and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Shipping Corporation of India Q2FY26 earnings conference call hosted by Antique Stock Broking Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Varatharajan Sivasankaran. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bhumika. A very good afternoon, everyone. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome all the participants and the top management of Shipping Corporation of India to this results call. We have with us the top management of Shipping Corporation of India, led by Captain V.K. Tyagi, Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Vikram Dingley, Director, Technical and Offshore Services, holding additional charge as well of Director Finance, Rear Admiral Jaswinder Singh, Director, Liner and Passenger Services, holding additional charge of Director, Bulk Carrier and Tankers, Captain Somraj, Director, Personnel and Administration, Mrs. Charushila Gorapalli, CFO, and Captain Daniel Chandran, General Manager, INC Bulk Carriers and Tankers. I'd like to hand over the floor to Captain V.K. Tyagi for initial remarks. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Varatharajan. Thank you, Bhumika. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all our investors, analysts, and stakeholders who have joined us today for the Shipping Corporation of India's earnings call to discuss our financial performance for the second quarter of FY25-26. Let me begin by thanking you for your continued trust and partnership as we navigate a dynamic global shipping environment and continue to strengthen SCI's leadership in India's maritime sector. I am pleased to share that we have delivered a steady and resilient performance this quarter despite global market volatility and mixed freight trends across segments. Our standalone net profit stood at rupees 176 crore, while the consolidated net profit was 189 crore. Last quarter, we had posted a standalone profit of rupees 343 crores and consolidated profit of rupees 354 crores. The last quarter's profit was higher mainly due to a non-recurring other income component of rupees 79 crores, which was basically interest on an income tax refund we received. This quarter, we also took a hit on foreign currency loans due to depreciation of rupee against the dollar. The operating revenue came in at rupees 1,339 crore vis-a-vis rupees 1,315 crore in the last quarter. Earning before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization for the quarter was rupees 504 crore. We continue to maintain a strong balance sheet with a net worth of rupees 7,963 crore, cash and liquid investment of rupees 1,875 crore, and long-term debt of rupees 2,526 crore. This translates to a debt-equity ratio of 0.32 and a DSCR of 4.24, underscoring our sound financial position and liquidity. The board has also declared an interim dividend of 30%, reflecting our commitment to delivering consistent value to our shareholders. Coming to operation, our owned fleet now stands at 58 vessels, and we manage an additional 40 vessels across various categories for government organization with an average age of 15.5 years. This quarter, we were proud to induct two very large gas carriers, VLGC Sahyadri and VLGC Shivalik. These vessels were built by Hyundai Heavy Industries. Each has a capacity of around 82,000 cubic meters, and their induction significantly strengthened our position in the LPG transportation segment. Both vessels will be deployed on the Persian Gulf India route, enhancing our energy transportation capacity and supporting India's growing energy demand. A key highlight this quarter was the signing of a MOU with Bharat Petroleum, Hindustan Petroleum and Indian Oil Corporation. Under this collaboration, we aim to jointly acquire, own and operate vessels for transporting petroleum, petrochemical and other hydrocarbon cargoes. This initiative supports the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, strengthens India's shipping capacity and reinforces SCI's role as a critical partner in enhancing national energy security. Looking ahead, we remain optimistic yet prudent. Now, I would request my operating divisional directors to kindly brief about the market segments. First, I will request Admiral Jaswinder Saab to give the brief about the bulk, tanker and then the liner segments. Over to Jaswinder ji.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would welcome all SCI's investors and stakeholders for today's investor Concall. I am Admiral Jaswinder Singh, Director Liner, and presently also holding the charge of Director Bulk Carrier and Tankers. Since we are having this Concall after a long time, I would give you a brief background about the liner segment. Last to last financial year, the liner segment was in loss with 2 container ships. In the last financial year, we have had a complete turnaround of this segment with a profit of 166 crores. This was primarily because of SCI in chartering 3 container ships, deployment of a 9,000 TEU ship SCI Delhi in India-Europe sector, optimum utilization of our container ships, and digital automation of certain commercial and day-to-day activities. Today, because of the prevailing geopolitical environment, though the container market is not very favorable, but SCI liner segment is doing well. Though the result only shows a profit of 11 crores, but this is primarily because of certain ECL provisions of few customers, which we are very confident we will be able to get this money, and once we receive it, it would be reversed in the forthcoming quarters. I am confident that the liner segment would grow as per SCI's business plan and post much better results in the forthcoming quarters. I will now move to the tanker segment. Our tanker segment remains the cornerstone of SCI's operations, with 31 tankers, including, which the chairman just mentioned, the 2 recently inducted very large gas carriers, that is Shyadri and Shivalik. Historically, you people are aware that the winter months are always more favorable for tanker market. We therefore have had proactively scheduled repairs, that is dry docking, of few of our tankers in the Q2 of this financial year, so that these ships would be available for trade in the winter months. As anticipated, the VLCC wholesale has more than doubled from an average of WS 48.76 in the beginning of this quarter to more than WS 100 presently. Let me assure all the stakeholders that with the increased tonnage and a strategy to ensure optimum availability of tankers at an opportune time, the performance of the tanker segment would be much better in the current ongoing quarter. I will now move to the bulk carriers. The bulk market has shown an improvement with the BDI increasing from around 1,500 in the Q1 of this financial year to an average of 1,800 in Q2 of this financial year. This has turned around the results of a bulk carrier segment from a loss of 48 crores in the Q1 of this financial year to a profit of 2 crores in Q2. Presently, the BDI is around 2,000, that's around 1975, slightly less than 2,000. And if it continues at this level, then the results of the bulk segment would further improve in the ongoing quarter. Before I conclude, I want to assure all the stakeholders that SCI would induct the tonnage as per our business plan, which was recently released by the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi during the recently concluded India Maritime Week. This would only ensure that SCI grows and better results are posted in the forthcoming years. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Admiral Saab. Now I'll request Director Technical and Offshore to give the brief.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Yeah, please, Bhumika, tell me.
Your voice was breaking, sir. You can continue now.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'd like to brief you about...
Sir, your voice is breaking. I'll disconnect and connect you back. Ladies and gentlemen, please wait for a moment while I join back the management. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting patiently. We have the management line back with us. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Vikram. So I'll start off once again because there was some interruption. So my name is Vikram Dingle. I'm the Director Technical and Offshore Services. I would like to brief you about the Technical and Offshore Services division, which comprises essentially of two verticals, the Offshore Services segment and the Technical Services segment. The Offshore Services segment is responsible for operation and maintenance of the owned offshore support vessels as well as the managed vessels. The Technical Services division has the comprehensive technical expertise in vessel acquisition, be these new building vessels or be these second-hand vessels. And SCI presently has 10 offshore support vessels, of which 7 vessels are currently engaged under long-term charters with clients like ONGC, the Indian Navy, and DRDO, while the remaining vessels are gainfully employed in the spot market. And informatively, SCI recently bagged contracts essentially where the vessels were repriced at almost 50% higher charter higher than was earlier prevailing. And these are on charter for a period of 3 years. And these vessels are also recently upgraded as per the ONGC requirements. The offshore segment fundamentals remain positive, underpinned by firm demand for fuel-efficient and technologically advanced vessels. With the existing long-term contracts, potential renewals under discussion, and selective participation in strategic tenders, SCI is expected to maintain a steady revenue base and improve utilization in the coming quarters.
Thank you, Vikramji. Ladies and gentlemen, we have uploaded PPT on the last Friday, which have all basic information. I'm sure all the investors have gone through that. Now we can begin with the question and answer session, Bhumika ji.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question comes from the line of Arpan, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Arpanji, please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your summary and the development. Only I have one question that in the maritime weeks where Mr. Modi also announced about the Bharat shipping container and MOU with our PSUs as well as the green tug, right? So how are we moving on that in terms of what my understanding that it will be visually rotated to SCI, and we were in the process of incorporating the new entity to take this project further. So if you can put some light on the development on that.
Yeah. See, Honorable PM has launched the SCI business plan during India Maritime Week, and it has got 2-3 components. Number 1, SCI own a business roadmap up to 2047. we appointed one of the consultant, and consultant had assisted us, and now we have got an overall business plan which spans up to 2047. It's a long term, and this has got a very visionary plan, and this is in line with the Viksit Bharat 2047. That is the one. Second is MOPNG oil companies have done the demand aggregation, and total 59 vessels are identified by them as an end user. And further, in the month of September, SCI has signed one MOU with the IOC, BPCL, HPCL, and now we are in the process of incorporating one JV, specific JV, where we all will be the shareholders. SCI will be the leading shareholder, and this vessel acquisition will be done by this particular JV. And idea is that this oil companies which need to move the cargo, they will give the firm commitment to the JV, and all vessels will be engaged there. So this is the overall basically plan and the points which you have answered, which you have basically asked.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Vikram Suryavanshi from Phillip Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir. So the first commitment which will come to JV, will this be like a contract, like a very long term in nature, like 5 years, 7 years, or it will be like a contract will be renewed every year? Because I guess pricing will be driven by what is available at international market at that point in time, or how that structure will work?
See, this JV intention is to have the long-term commitment from oil companies to the JV vessels. And this freight or the charter hire would be linked with the market indexes. So it will be very fair pricing mechanism, so that there is no issue from any side of the equation. So answering specific to your question, this will be the long-term commitment by the oil companies to the JV.
And so there will be one base rate plus whatever incremental index rates will happen, it will be shared.
Correct. Something like this, and there are different indexes for the different segments. So whatever the prevailing index for, say, for the crude oil, for the bulk, or for the gas also, so market indexes and plus minus some formula will be designed.
And do we need to buy these new vessels built in India, or we can buy a second-hand vessel in international market?
See, there will be two approaches for this. And this what we as a SCI also doing. The new vessel ordering and then delivery would be after 3 or 4 years. But we want to basically increase our fleet number, and the easiest way is to buy some second-hand vessel from the market, and this is what exactly we have done by purchasing 2 VLGCs. Similar approach would be used in the JV also.
Okay. And last question from my side. We earlier were active in coastal shipping side also. So how are the opportunities emerging, or any plan from that side also on coastal shipping side?
See, coastal shipping SCI is very active. As far as the crude oil moving on the coastal, SCI has got a monopoly there. We move a lot of bulk cargo, coal cargo on the east coast of India. Further on west coast of India, these are 2 small container vessels. They are busy 24/7 moving containers from North India towards South India and back. So we are very much active on the coastal movement of cargo.
Okay. Sorry, just to complete the question, I just got another point. That 59 vessel, what we're talking about JV with HP, IOCL, BP, will this will be exclusively with SCI and all 59 vessels will be with through JV, or HP, BP, IOCL can have another JV with another shipping company also?
See, as far as we are aware, this 59 vessel demand aggregation is done by the MOPNG companies, and at this stage, intention is these all vessels should be procured by this JV, and the operation will be with SCI.
Understood, sir. Thank you. It was very helpful, sir.
Thank you, Ji.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Venkatesh Subramaniam from Logic Tree Consultants. Please go ahead.
Sir, good evening. Congratulations on a very nice quarter, and we can see that there's a lot of dynamism coming to the company, sir. 2 questions, sir. One is based on what you're projecting, and if this 59 vessels comes into the fleet, what kind of vision or what kind of revenue target do you have in mind over the foreseeable future, say next 3 to 5 years? And what kind of operating margins are you looking at on this one? That's my first question.
See, as far as this 59 vessels are concerned and the revenue, our intention is to at least make 2 to 3 times the revenue what SCI is currently doing. And operating margins, maybe CFO can throw some light on this. Go ahead, please.
We are planning to have it at an operating margin of 50%.
50%, 50%, ma'am?
Yes, around 50%.
Okay, which 50% is... Okay, yeah, that's a great improvement, because I think currently our operating margins hovers around, on a top line of 5,600 crore last year, we did about an operating profit of 1,700. But also our target is going to be paying 50%, 50. Yeah.
Yes, the idea is to have the challenges and the good targets, then only we can make the efforts.
Nice, sir. Great. So, second question is, when you said we have cash and liquid investments on the books to the tune of 1,800 crores, and we also have some long-term debt on the books. That long-term debt is basically for buying the vessels, sir? What is the purpose of the long-term debt? So, because you have cash on one side and you have debt on the other side.
So, again, I'll request my CFO to...
Yeah. We are holding on this cash because we have this acquisition plan. And the acquisition plan, whenever we cite any vessel and whenever the deal is favorable, we want to the cash should be available with us, and that is the whole purpose of holding cash. Holding cash,
okay. Ma'am, since we have some long-term debt to fund this plan for expansion and acquisition of 59 vessels along part of the JV, SCA would need to invest some equity capital into this new joint venture, and we would need some funds over the next few years, right? Any idea what kind of fundraising, what kind of funds we would need to get this into reality?
Presently we have cash, and as we go ahead with the JV and as we cite the requirement, accordingly it will be dealt with.
Just add something more here, what our CFO said. This JV, what is being incorporated, SCI will have 50% shareholding there. So, and 40% will be IOC, BPCL, HPCL, and 10% is expected from MDF, Maritime Development Fund.
Okay, right.
So, this will ease out the situation for SCI as far as the arranging the funds.
Okay, so in that joint venture, basically we will put in 50% of the money, and everybody else will participate as per their shareholding, basically. Yeah.
Correct. And out of 50% also, and as a practice in shipping, we borrow 70% and 30% is our own money.
Right. Okay. So another question is, you talked about market index, market linked in terms of pricing the vessels and prices for all the 3 customers. So would that be, since the global price movements today are driven by a variety of index, Baltic Freight Index, etc., and especially in US dollar terms, would you also consider that we also develop internally a national maritime index, because our pricing is going to be also in Indian rupee and we're going to deal a lot with Arabian nations and Russia?
See, this is definitely a good dream to have our own index, but shipping is international market, and all transactions are of international nature basically. Say today, if we want to fix any VLCC, there is a specific trade index, and every day on the working date is published. So that is a good indicator that how the market is going up and down. And that becomes the obvious benchmark for any party in the shipping. So that will be the ideal, and it will be transparent, and it will be definitely at arm's length.
Okay, sir, great. So the 2 VLCCs which you have inducted into the fleet, what is the contribution of these 2 VLCCs to our revenue profile? How much can they on an average year, what can they bring in terms of revenues?
See, every year charter hire value of one of the VLGC would be $12 to $15 million.
Okay.
And just to share with all investors, this one of the VLGCs is already given to IOC on 5-year long-term charter.
Okay, already done. Super. Okay.
Yes.
Good, sir. Thank you. I will join the queue, sir. I'll come back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Digant Haria from Greenwich Wealth. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. So the question is on this again. Let's see if we are going to buy 59 ships. Maybe it will require.
Mr. Digant, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but your voice is breaking. Can you please go to a better network area?
Yeah, I'm trying. Is it better now?
Yes, it's better.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. So my question is, sir, for the JV, if we are going to buy 59 new ships over, say, 5 years, it will need an amount of, say, 10 to 15,000 crores. Is that right? Or you have an estimate for that amount?
You are right. It will be in the same range because we have got a varieties of ships, right from offshore vessels up to VLGC and VLCC also. So, but the total investment capex will be in that range.
Okay, sir. Sir, and then when we say that our revenue should be 2 or 3 times, because see, our current revenue comes out of our 52 own ships, and we have some managed ships also. So if with so many ships, if we do 5,500 crores revenue now, how with just 59 new ships we can do 3 times or revenue? Are we going to buy different kind of larger ships or any details you can give on that?
See, 2-3 points I'll give in this support. Number one, this 40 vessels what we are managing, they do not add to the revenue of SCI. We get only some management fees, cost plus basis. So basically, revenue is only from our own 58 vessels. Further, current fleet is 15 years plus old. So there is definitely some disadvantage when we charter out. We do not get the best if we compare to the new vessel or the vessel which is less than 5 years or 10 years. So once we get this 59 odd vessels, if these are the new, definitely better charter hire and the better revenue will be given.
Okay, sir. Sir, and I have one question which is slightly like, let's say in our past, I'm talking about the last decade, Shipping Corporation of India, we ended up buying ships at the peak of the cycle, and then, we had a lot of debt, and, after that 7-8 years, really did not go well. So this time, like, when we buy these new ships, will we have more of an assured revenue and we don't end up with the same situation which happened in the last decade? Is any thinking on that?
Your observation is very correct. This time, how we are covering this risk is by forming JV and by having the long-term commitment from the cargo owners like IOC, BPCL, HPCL, and similar exercise we are attempting with dry bulk. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I
Yes,
can.
sir.
Yeah, so similar exercise we are attempting with the dry bulk cargo owners also. So by having the long-term commitment, so vessel utilization and at the market level, these two things will be ensured.
Okay, sir. So that's good to know. And sir, in our present fleet, which is at 58 ships that we have, what percentage of the contracts are probably at lower rates and that can get revised later on at a higher rate, or any such data if you can give us?
See, offshore sector, we have got 10 vessels and the most of the contracts are already revised. As far as the tankers and bulk carriers, we have a short-term contracts or the voyage charter, and we are taking advantage of the current prevailing market, especially in tankers. And whenever we feel comfortable, we are locking our units for the longer period like we did for VLGC, and recently we had done one VLCC also with the IOCL again.
Okay, sir, so which means the current operations are quite efficient actually, right? That we are already
definitely efficient, and we would like to improve further.
Okay, Okay, sir. Okay, sir, and these managed ships, what revenue do they give us? We have around 45 fleets or 45 ships or something which we just manage. So is there any total, what would be the number of, the total revenue that all these 45 ships give us?
Chalo. Just give one moment, please.
Yes, sir.
Revenue.
Last financial year, it was around 84 crores.
Okay, perfect.
So this is a service which we provide as a government company to various government departments.
Got it, sir. Got it. No, perfect, sir. Sir, and lastly on this JV, we said that, our operating margins we are targeting at 50%. So this margin would be better than our current margin profile because we may be buying ships which are 5 years or 8 years old, so we may get better rates. Is that the assumption there?
Yes, you are perfectly right there. Better, more efficient, lesser age, and the firm commitment of the cargo back to back. This all should ensure this.
Okay, sir, perfect. Thank you so much for answering the questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Ajit Sanjay Darda, an investor. Please go ahead.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, sir, thanks for the opportunity. Sir, I have 2-3 questions. So my first question is, sir, as we have decided to buy 59 vessels, so what is the expected IRR for these vessels under our proposed, JV with BPCL, HPCL and IOC? And is it reasonable to assume, sir, IRR of around 11% or more after depreciation and interest?
See, let me just correct. At this stage, MOPNG has done the demand aggregation for 59 vessels. And as the JV get incorporated, then JV will decide which vessel to be taken first, and this will be definitely would be the IRR. So this IRR, as a board of SCA or as a board of JV, will only approve once it is sensible, definitely more than 10 to 11%. So these 59 vessels will be spread over a time, maybe next 5 years, and which vessel to be purchased first, would be definitely in terms of IRR.
Okay. And sir, as you said that this contract will be based on the index. So I just want to confirm that whether there will be one base rate plus some index, plus or minus some index. Will that be in such a thing, or it will be a just index? Just spot thing.
See, you are absolutely right. Let me give a small example. Today, VLCC say WS world scale is say 100. So whenever the tanker load at a particular load and the BL date is the date of BL date, whatever the world scale for that particular segment, that and plus minus some formula which will be agreed between the JV and on the other hand the cargo movers, in this case IOC, BPCL, HPCL. So it will be very fair and transparent way of giving and taking the money.
Okay, and sir, one more thing, in management fees, you said we have top line of 84 crores in last year, and what is the margin in that business, sir?
This is different for Ministry of Earth Science, for Andaman and Nicobar. This percentage is different. It is ranging from 5 to 6 to up to 10 to 12%.
84 crore में फिर भी कितना प्रॉफिट है सर अभी?
ये सारा का सारा मैनेजमेंट फीस की में जो है ये प्रॉफिट ही ऐसी आएगा. This is cost plus.
Okay, no expenses, right?
No, we do expenses, but the expense plus something we get out of this.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, and all the best for future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Akshay Ajmera from Nirzar Securities LLP. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Haji, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. सर, ये जो हमने जेवी का अभी पूरा डिस्कस किया है, तो इसमें ये जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होते हैं ये सीओए बेसिस पे होंगे या आप जैसे लॉन्ग टर्म बता रहे हैं, तो लॉन्ग टर्म सिर्फ डिमांड कमिटमेंट हो रहा है हमारे लिए और बाकी सब स्पॉट बेसिस पे होंगे, या ये सीओए बेसिस पे किस तरीके से होंगे सर ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट?
जी, इसमें कुछ भी कॉम्बिनेशन हो सकता है। एक तो सीओ जो आपने जिक्र करा, ये भी एक जो काफी एक्टिव फार्मूला शिपिंग में है, स्पेशली टैंकर मार्केट में।
राइट।
दूसरा हो सकता है जो ऑयल कंपनीज के साथ में जेवी और ऑयल कंपनीज के बीच में 10 साल 15 साल का टाइम चार्टर कर दिया जाए।
हाँ।
और कुछ कॉम्बिनेशन ऐसे भी हो सकता है स्पॉट के लिए भी रखा जाए।
तो 10 से 15 साल के लिए हम हो सकता है कि एक बेस रेट तो फिक्स कर ही दें कि इतना तो हमको मिलेगा ही मिलेगा, जो हमारे लिए एक अश्योर्ड रिटर्न के फॉर्म में हो जाए। हम लोग उस तरीके से, मतलब मैं सोच रहा था कि क्या ऐसा हो सकता है, क्योंकि
जेवी मेजर शेयर होल्डर आई वुड लव टू डू दैट टू एंश्योर कि जो है ब्रेक इवन से नीचे ना जाए, मैक्सिमम जो है अर्निंग्स हम और हमारे शेयर होल्डर को मिले। पर ये जो है दिस विल बी मैटर ऑफ डिस्कशन एंड डिसीजन विद द ऑयल कंपनीज, बट दिस आई कैन अश्योर यू इट विल बी ट्रांसपेरेंट सिस्टम। द वे मार्केट इज बिहेविंग इन द सेम वे एससीआई इन द जेवी विल बी अर्निंग
गोइंग फॉरवर्ड। सर, जैसे अभी हमने वीएलजीसी आपने बताया इंडियन ऑयल को 5 साल के लिए दिया है, तो वैसे इसमें भी कुछ फ्रेट वगैरह कोई बेस रेट फिक्स है हमारा, और आगे चल के वो 5 से 10 साल 12 साल के लिए भी हम सोच सकते हैं?
नहीं, इसमें 5 साल के लिए फॉर्म है पीरियड, और इसमें पर डे चार्टर है, ऑलरेडी फिक्स हो चुका है। ये मार्केट नहीं है।
तो इसका जनरली सर क्या आईआरआर आता होगा?
अब इसका जो है मैं आपको जो आइडिया बता देता हूँ। इस डेट में चार्टर हायर पर डे लगभग 38 से 40 हजार डॉलर पर डे का है।
राइट। और पूरे 360 दिन का हमको मिल जाता है?
हाँ, 360 365 जो भी यदि किसी वजह से मेंटेनेंस के लिए गया, जहाँ ड्राई डॉक के लिए गया, पीएमएस है, जो ओनर्स के अकाउंट में डेफिनेटली वो इसमें डिडक्ट होगा।
हाँ, और इसमें सामने खर्चा कितना आता है सर हमारा? 40,000 रेवेन्यू आ गया है तो
इसमें जो है लगभग आप 15 साल पुराना जहाज लें तो लगभग 27-28 हजार डॉलर का स्टैंडिंग इसकी कॉस्ट होती है, तो बाकी इसमें सेविंग है।
दिस विल ऑल्सो इंक्लूड इंटरेस्ट एंड डिप्रिसिएशन कॉस्ट?
यस।
ओके, वेरी मच सर। सर, ये हमने अभी जैसे सीएफओ मैडम ने भी बताया था कि हमारा जो ये जेवी है, हमारा टारगेट है कि हमारा जो एग्जिस्टिंग टॉप लाइन है उससे हम दुगुना तिगुना काम करें उसमें, और 50% के आसपास ऑपरेटिंग मार्जिन का एंडेवर करें। तो इज इट राइट सर? ये सही चीज सुनी थी मैंने?
इसकी संभावना बहुत प्रबल है और सारी की सारी टीम उसी डायरेक्शन में काम कर रही है। जेवी फॉर्मेशन ये एक कदम उसी डायरेक्शन में है।
ओके, बहुत ही अच्छे। तो ये अपना वीएलजीसी सेगमेंट में 12,000 का।
सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट यू मिस्टर अक्षय, बट प्लीज।
ओके, आई विल गेट बैक इन टू। यस, थैंक यू।
Yes, thank you very much. The next question comes from the line of Anushri from Alpha Investco. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Hi. I have one or two questions, sir. So one is कि हमने like we have signed an MOU with oil PSUs. So can we expect a similar MOUs with ONGCs or gas companies for offshore logistics and transportation of natural gas? Like one we have already signed, I guess, VLGC, but is there also a plan to form a JV like we have formed with the oil companies?
See, this MOU which I have discussed, this is with the oil companies. This will cover oil and gas both. Further, our ministry is discussing with the MOPNG, and efforts are on to replicate the similar business model for the other segment, offshore and dry also.
Okay. And sir, what is the expected timeline for operationalizing the JV, including contract award, vessel acquisition, deployment? Any timeline we have for that?
Timeline tentative for JV to be in place is the December 2025, and parallelly this tendering process is happening. and hopefully maybe December we will be floating tender also for at least few vessels under JV.
Okay. And sir, overall, since there's a fast track also from the top order, so is there any plan, including the ministerial approvals, as they become more efficient, faster, transparent with all this shipping initiative going on? Like, is it going to be better this time around, or is it going to be slow paced?
See, this time there is a completely different environment. There is a thrust, there is a commitment right from the topmost office of this country. Our ministry is working 24/7, and this time building the ships in India.
Ladies and gentlemen, the line from the management has been disconnected. Please wait for a moment while we join them back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting patiently. We have the management connected with us. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so I was giving update that how serious is the commitment from Government of India and Ministry. You can see in the last Union Budget, there were a declaration about the maritime industry. Our Parliament has already cleared 5 maritime bills. Cabinet has approved nearly 70,000 crores equivalent various schemes. So this all shows the serious commitment of our ministry and the Government of India. And now there is a completely different environment. Government is trying to put the suitable policies in place, create the environment ecosystem to build the ships in India, to increase the Indian tonnage. As you all are aware that today, every year, $76 to $80 billion goes out of country in terms of the freight, and which Prime Minister has mentioned repeatedly, this is equivalent to Indian annual budget also, defense budget. So, overall attempt is to reduce this dependency on the foreign lines and basically steps toward Atmanirbhar Bharat. So, coming back to specific your question and the specific reply, this time, Government of India, our ministry is very, very committed. If this has to be done tomorrow, the direction is do it today. Thank you.
Thank you. That's it from us. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Rakesh Roy from Boring AMC. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. My first question regarding, sir, for Q2, how your other expenses increase, sir. How much is the forex loss for Q2, sir? Can you give me the breakup of your other expenses?
Yes. Charuji?
Yeah. The other expenses, basically the forex loss of 57 crores because of our rupee depreciation by 3 rupees. So that was a major component.
7 crores is a forex loss.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a major. And other second, anything important? But generally, you have 6 to 10 CR other expenses, but this time is a 1.6 CR.
Yeah. So that was basically because of this, and then some loss we booked because of the ECL provision which we made towards the debtor. So that was around 30 crores.
Okay. And sir, okay. My next question, sir, as you mentioned, you are looking to 2 to 3 times of revenue from JV. This is apart from the current revenue, or this is हम लोग 10,000 crore simply only for JV देख रहे हैं कि in this one?
No, overall we are talking.
Overall. So is it 2 to 3 times in next how many years, sir? 3 years, 28, 29? Any idea, sir?
Next 5 years horizon.
Okay. So next 5 years we will touch 2 to 3 times, and operating margin of 50%.
That's the target.
Okay. And sir, next question, sir, regarding for your fleet expansion. कुछ दिन पहले just हमारे shipping minister ने कहा कि we are going to float another 4 tankers in October. तो 2 तो हमने ले लिए. Already we are going to float new tankers. So any update on this one?
जी, इसमें under JV we are in process to prepare the tender terms and technical specifications. Some vessels, this is a particular category which we are discussing with the other partners of the proposed JV, and hopefully by next month we will float the tender.
Okay. And any idea how many tender you will float in FY26-27?
Oh, this will be n number of tenders.
And any idea to add any in SCI books, SCI, no JV separately?
Yes, parallelly we will have some actions as SCI alone also. We are also, in fact, today if you visit our website, we are in the process of purchasing some second-hand vessels also. Tenders are live.
And vessels, can you give me an idea?
See, currently BLCC tender is on the website.
Okay, your website is not updated because I just checked, it's not showing anything. So can you give me the idea for this one, how much for SCI give tender for 26, 27, only for SCI?
20, 27 are targets anyway, this has to go to the board. But roughly it can be any figure somewhere 10 to 12 vessels.
Oh, so 10 to 12 vessels for FY26, 27?
Yes, yes.
And this, already we had added 2 vessels this year. And any idea to add more SCI books for FY26? Any idea?
Yes, current FY we are still hopeful and we are very bullish to add few more second-hand vessels to the fleet.
Okay. Sir, last question, sir.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Rakesh, but please rejoin the queue for further questions.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next question comes from the line of Vikram Suryavanshi from Phillip Capital. Please go ahead.
Just 2 clarifications, sir. NAV, what you have given is 170 rupees is based on book value. So if you go do it on market value basis, how much it would be approximately?
It will be around 272.
270.
Valuation is based on 31st March 2025.
On market price basis?
Yeah.
Okay. And just on clarification on JV side, so JV will own the vessels, we got it, but the operation of that will be managed by SCI and will get, JV will charter out to SCI and then they will operate it, or will JV, everything will be operated and managed by JV and whatever JV profit will be there, 50% will be our share, or is there any opportunity for SCI to earn operating income by using this JV vessels?
See, there will be 2 distinct roles for SCI as a owner also to the tune of 50%. Further, all the operations of JV vessels will be done by Shipping Corporation of India. There SCI will get some management fees also.
Okay, so it will be management fees. JV will not out-charter it to SCI?
No. See, the JV will own the vessels, and these vessels would be then basically out-chartered or will be transporting cargo of Indian oil companies.
Understood. And management fees, management will only be done by SCI?
Management, yes, that function, technical and manning will be done by SCI, and for that SCI will be paid some charges, management fees.
Okay, understood. But it will be around, like, say, $1,000, a few $1,000 per day, per month basis per ship, like that?
No, this will depend on the number of vessels actually, whatever time we consider, and this detail at this stage cannot be calculated.
Understood, got it. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Venkatesh Subramaniam from Logic Tree Consultants. Please go ahead.
So my 2 questions. One is a follow-up on the NAV. In the presentation, the NAV that's given is based on book value, but as per market value, it's 272. Is that right, ma'am?
Correct.
Okay, great. So the second question, as on 31st March 25. Okay, great. So the next question is for the acquisition and for this joint venture. You said that it could involve about 10,000 to 15,000 crores of funds to be infused for buying out second-hand vessels. Do you have a plan how these funds are going to be raised? I know that we have some cash reserves, but fundraising, is it in the form of equity, or would you be open to getting a strategic partner, a financial partner who can put in, say, 10-20%? Any thoughts on it?
See, already Government of India, our ministry has indicated this 10% is likely to be from MDF, Maritime Development Fund. And further, we will require definitely more and more funds, and we will be open for all ideas, because definitely as a SCI and as a JV, especially as a SCI, will require a lot of funds.
So this joint venture will be like a subsidiary of SCI, sir? Would that be the newly formed JV under the balance sheet? Would that be the... It
will be a separate entity, and where SCI will hold shareholding up to 50%.
Okay, and that particular entity will go to the market to raise funds, basically, right?
Yes, if they require. That, say, SCI will have 50%, then it will be a liability of SCI to arrange that 50%.
Right, sir. So SCI, there are various options open to you, sir. Debt, equity, anything. So we have to watch out for that as we go along. Is that right, sir?
Many options.
Many options. Okay. Right, sir. Thank you so much. I'll come back to you.
Thank you very much. The next question comes from the line of Abhishek Getam from Alpha Invesco Research. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Sir, I wanted to ask a question on our segment. So if I see liner business, margins have, declined from 28% to 5% year on year. And even a bulk carrier business, which the revenue stayed flat, but profits have dropped from 20 crores to 2 crores. And even similarly in technical and offshore segment. So I just wanted to ask, can you, highlight some reasons why there has been such a volatility across our segments, and what kind of margin and revenue trajectory we expect in the segments going ahead?
Yeah, go ahead. The liner segment, if you recall, I mentioned during my presentation that though the profit is 11 crores, indicated as 11 crores, but it is much more. We took a hit because of the ECL provision as well as because of foreign exchange rate variation. So actually, if you look at it, so margins have not reduced. It's almost the same. But this is what the CFO also brought out, that we have taken a hit of about 67 crores for the foreign rate variation as well as about 30 odd crores for the ECL provision.
Further adding to this, what our Admiral Sahab has mentioned on the segments. See, bulk carrier in the previous quarter, it was 48 crore loss. Now this has come in the positive 2 crore profit. Similarly, TNS sector also, in the last quarter, it was 1.57 crore loss. Now it is on the positive side, 1.88 crores. So things definitely in bulk segment, it's because of the BDI and the market condition, things are changing fast.
Okay, sir. Got it. So another...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Abhishek, but please rejoin the queue for further questions.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A request to all the participants that please restrict yourself to one question only so that the management is able to answer everybody's question. The next question comes from the line of Akshay Ajmera from Nirzar Securities LLP. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity. Sir, ये VLGC सेगमेंट में आपने जो 28,000 के लगभग का खर्चा बताया, उसका एक ब्रॉड ब्रेकअप मिल सकता है कि 28,000 में क्या-क्या कॉस्ट आ जाती है, क्या-क्या कॉस्ट कवर हो जाती है?
We will come back to you with this breakup and information.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Chetan Phalke from Tirthan Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity. Recently, the VLGCs that we have acquired, what is the balance life of these vessels?
Balance life is roughly 15 years.
15 years. Okay.
Yes.
And for the...
Operated up to age of 30 years.
Okay. Okay. And sir, for the proposed JV, what are the expected timelines to operationalize? And as in, अगर आप थोड़ा अगले 2-3 साल का इसका trajectory हमें समझा दें, कि when the contracts will get awarded, when the vessel acquisition will start, when the deployment will start, and how the ministry is helping you to expedite all the approvals and financing and everything. So on that level, if you can just help us understand the broader picture around this JV.
Number one, JV incorporation, our target timeline is December this year. That means next month. Further process is on to float the tenders. We are expecting tender floating for new construction vessels again December next month. And once these two things happen, then JV is already operationalized. Coming back to the ministry is taking periodic review and they are monitoring this entire process very closely.
Okay. So same time next year, we will have at least 8-10 ships operationalized?
See, as far as the new vessels, order will be placed definitely, but the delivery will take maybe roughly 3 years. But the second-hand vessel, whatever we induct in the JV, they should be visible in front of us next year like this.
Okay. So how many second-hand vessels we are expecting?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Chetan, but please rejoin the queue for further questions.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next question comes from the line of Kapil Agarwal from Daksh and Associates. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. So my question is regarding our MOU with rights. So, how it will be beneficial for us? We can say, will it be add something in our top line or bottom line?
Can you repeat MOU with?
Rights. Rights. We have done MOU with rights, sir.
Yeah, we've done an MOU with them because they want us to transport a lot of their items. Whenever rights wants something, they've signed an MOU, and basically for EXIM, if something needs to be imported or exported, or something that needs to be transferred from one place to another place via the postal route.
Okay, so there is no such concrete guideline that how much kind of top revenue or we can say profitability it will add in near future?
That will depend upon the business that the rights gives us. Thereafter, it will add on to your top and bottom line.
At this stage, it is in form of MOU.
Okay, and the kind of MOU we have done.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir, but please rejoin the queue for further questions.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We will take this as the last question for today's call. The next question is from Rakesh Roy from Boring AMC. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, sir. So my one question is, sir, in today's scenario, tanker market is full, very demandable. So just why we sell the tankers to Sri Lanka or in this time?
No. Say you must be talking one of the vessel we have disposed.
Yes.
Completed its commercial life, and that was due for scrap. That vessel cannot be operated further, and that is the reason SCI has to follow that life cycle process, and that is the reason it was disposed of.
Okay. One last question, sir. Last time, sir, is asking, and how much vessel we add from the second hand, and how much is for new one for JV?
See, that breakup is not just available. JV incorporation formation is in progress. So once JV is in place, this decision will be taken by the JV. And definitely SCA will be part of that process.
And any idea how is the freight rate market in next 6 months for tanker and bulk carrier and liner for next 6 months? How is the market? Pricing in terms of pricing?
Bulk carrier and tankers are looking upward, positive. Container also is not bad. and container market will depend on the Red Sea situation basically. Let's see how this evolves. If Red Sea opens and if Red Sea remains as it is, and definitely demand situation in Europe that need to improve for the container segment.
Okay, right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to hand the conference over to Captain B.K. Tyagi, Chairman and Managing Director, for closing comments. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Bhumika Ji. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll close by thanking you all for a very active participation, the questions you all had. Thank you everyone for participating in this con call. In case you have any further queries or questions, you can get in touch with our investor relation team. Thank you very much, everyone.
On behalf of Antique Stock Broking Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bhumika.